In my last tip, I began telling you about one of my favorite topwater lures of all times, the Rebel Popr. I talked about the proper way to work this little devil to help you catch more bass on both windy and calm days. But you know something? There's a whole bunch more to using this bait that will increase both your fish catching ability and your pleasure when using this lure. And let me tell you why. There he is. Ooh-wee. Look at here. Come up here, buddy. Fish is better than I thought he was. Okay, man, I'm gonna come down out of my big seat and get down here on an eye level with you. Look at that Popr all in your face. All right, now come here. Now this is where you gotta be watching what you're doing. Look at that. We got one right in your little lip. There we go. We'll do a little bit of popping out right here. Doggone it. And then get it back there and a little bit further back in your mouth. As I say happy anniversary to the little bait that you just bit. Can you say happy anniversary? It's 50 years and going strong. Get that out of the way. Let me look at you. Aren't you pretty? Yes, you are. Bye-bye. Yes, sir. That was nice. Okay, let me tell you some of the reasons why I think this little bait is so productive. One of the reasons, it's made with a bait fish profile. In other words, it looks very natural. It was engineered to sit down in the water, so the entire popper mouth is sitting out of the water. And what this does, it enables a Popr to walk and pop so much better. The bucktail on the rear hook was designed to resemble the shad's tail. It actually expands in the water, forming the shape of a shad's tail. There you go. I just threw there. Boom! It goes crazy, doesn't it? How you doing? Do you want to say hello to the anniversary boy? To the anniversary lure? There we go. Tough little thing. What we're using, like I said, we're using a Popr anniversary model, and we're using a 6.5 foot smoke medium action rod with 15-pound test Grand Slam Select line on a little smoke reel, this little SL100 series. Now this little rod and reel, we talked about this before, weighs about just a shade over 9 ounces. The rod, reel, the whole combination, so it's extremely light. The whole outfit, I mean, just light as a feather. I mean, just weighs practically nothing. Alrighty, here's another little tidbit that'll help you with your presentation, and that's your line size. Now for better control, a line test of, let's say, 15-pound test or greater works best, especially when the lure is worked quickly. Even when the lure is fished slowly, lighter pound test lines affect the bait from producing the proper popping sound, simply because lighter weight lines sink faster and cause the popper to dig in. Something else that's important when fishing these types of baits is a comfortable rod position that allows for effective and effortless retrieves. Naturally, this may vary from fisherman to fisherman. For best results, most anglers prefer to start with the rod tip high, gradually lowering it as the lure gets closer. Or a better one, had it swallowed. He had bait was all the way down in his mouth. Easy now. Oh, get my pliers. Okay, hold it, buddy. One more. Those little hooks are the stickinest things. Little potted thing. Bye-bye. Yep, that one fooled me. Okay, something I forgot to mention. Throughout your cast, it's smart to maintain a degree of slack in your line. And what this does, it'll help prevent setting the hook too quickly. Now, I'm real smart on that because I do it too. I'm not good at preaching what I say, but in fact, it's best to never set the hook until you feel the fish. Now, when it comes to rod lengths and actions, a good choice is a 6.5 to 7 footer with a medium action, fast taper with a soft tip. This type of rod will help tremendously in working the lure instead of the lure working you. Ask yourself this question: does the lure require a tremendous amount of work and concentration to fish it properly? If your answer is yes, then you're trying too hard, overpowering the bait, or using too light a line and too stiff a rod. As I mentioned earlier, use at least 15-pound test or heavier line and a rod that has a soft tip, fast taper, and a medium action. This rod should allow the popper to respond and rebound between jerks and provide plenty of backbone for a good hook set and fight. Come here. Now say for me. Come up here. I'll let you jumping. Pretty fine. You got one right in there. You got one right there. Say happy anniversary. Look at that. Isn't that something? Woo! What a great day. Let me tell you, if you want to have more fun and excitement than you can stand, what you need to do is get yourself a few of these Poprs. You won't be sorry. Again, happy anniversary to a great little lure. 50 years and going strong. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.